Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a document about a variable annuity. But don't worry, it's not just another dry financial report. We'll break down what this all means for you, even if you think annuities are about as exciting as watching paint dry. This annuity promises potential income for retirement, so stick around. This document mainly talks about fees, investment choices, and the fine print that decides how much money you might actually see. Let's uncover the real story here. This document, filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, tells us it was updated in April 2025. This update includes the rates and fees that went into effect around May 2025. Important to keep in mind if you're looking at older brochures or getting advice. This document is a Form N4, which is basically the SEC's way of keeping variable annuities in check. It tells us about the company, the investment options, fees, and all those fun things. It's like a nutritional label, but for your retirement savings. So there's a supplement dated May 1, 2025. Think of supplements as quick updates to the main prospectus, kind of like patch notes for a video game. These usually cover recent changes to fees or rates. It's crucial to read these alongside the original document. Let's jump into what you should really consider. This part talks about the yearly costs associated with this annuity. The actual charges depend on the options you pick, so it's kind of a customizable financial product. Choose your character, I guess. For the base contract, we're looking at a yearly fee between 0.30 and 0.45% of your variable account value. Then, depending on which investment options you select, that can range from 0.3% to a whopping 2.54%. Also, if you opt for extra benefits, those can add another row to 20% to a whopping 2.54%. Also, if you opt for extra benefits, those can add another 0.20, that can range from 0 to 3. So how does this shake out in real money? Well, the lowest annual cost they estimate is about $458, but by highest could be over $732. What does it cost you to have the option of taking money later? Depending on what you signed up for, is 130%. Now let's talk about a key thing, the portfolio income benefit. If you signed up for it, you're looking at a 130% annual charge. The good thing is there's an annual credit percentage of 5%. These percentages are important and depend on when you sign the application. If the rates changed after you applied, you might get better rates on some things, but not others. They also provide a table that dictates how much you can take out yearly depending on your age and, again, whether you're single or doing this jointly with someone. It's important to read this over to determine if you should just make it all 5% or not, or take a small cut for flexibility. Moving on to the actual annuity prospectus. This is the official sales document with all the details. It's designed to help you accumulate funds, but it also warns of risk. Make sure to talk to a professional before you buy, since there are many options and benefits to consider. Alright, so what happens if you need that money? You can take it out, but remember, it could mean income taxes and possibly a 10% penalty if you're under 59 and a half. Plus, those withdrawals could shrink your death benefit or living benefit guarantees more than you'd expect. Okay, let's talk fees again, because who doesn't love those? There are no fees for early withdrawals here. However, there's a chance they might slap a $25 fee for more than 25 transfers between investment options each year. But that's not in effect right now. The base contract expenses could go up to 0.45% of your average daily variable account value. Also, there's the optional portfolio income benefit rider with a 130% charge and potentially another 0.20% charge and potentially another 0.20% for to them. And I can find TAFRA Feynman's death benefit. They are expenses of the portfolios, which can range from 0.3% to 0.54%. If you combine all the different things you can do, there are many fees to be considered. This is where they show a US surrender or annuitize calculation. They would charge about $5,719.19 in 1 year on a 5% gain, while after 10 years that could be $61,266. Remember, the value of these investments is tied to market performance, so you could lose money if the market doesn't do well. This contract isn't a short-term thing either. Early withdrawals can hit you with tax penalties. The insurance company itself also carries risk. If they stumble financially, your benefits might be at risk, but let's hope that doesn't happen. As with every company, there are a number of limitations and considerations. Some of the funds may stop accepting additional investments, and investment options are limited. Certain withdrawals might kill your benefits, etc. To prevent these problems, just consult with your professional and call the number in the report itself. Keep in mind that your advisor makes money off selling you these contracts, so as usual they might have a reason to pick one thing over another. Only exchange the policy if you think it's preferable to you. Standard benefits plus a dollar cost averaging. This is good true PDEF to DCA plus, this is good for what it is, but remember it's guaranteed minimum interest. If markets do good, you might have missed the rally do death benefits for extra cost, which you should think about before you buy since you can't add it later. Again, some brokers might not offer all the options listed depending on their company policies. Remember to ask your advisor if the fund option that you're looking for is available with them. The separate account is kept separate, but if the company has financial distress, you may not be able to meet their requirements. You might want to consult a tax professional, as mentioned throughout this report, about all of this, since it can get confusing, such as the advisory fees, risk, and more. You can vote on the shares of the funds that are being held, although this may be very indirect. Important consideration. We reserve the right to remove or substitute investment options. They control it all. Your options depend on them. That we've decoded this filing. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. Assessing the state of the company, this variable annuity is designed for those working with a financial advisor, so it's about long-term planning, not a get-rich-quick scheme. It seems stable, but those fees can add up quickly, so it's something to plan for. Be aware of the limitations and talk it over with your advisor, and don't take my word for anything on just a decoder. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder, where I try to translate Wall Street to Main Street. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and let us know what filings you'd like us to decode next.